right, we are checking out Casablanca, winner of the Romance Poll, starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. Casablanca. Whew, this music is intense. Whoa. From the play by Murray Bennett Hale. Now, I'm a huge fan of old movies. I'm a big fan of old musicals, like 40s, 50s musicals. Those are my faves. But I've never seen Casablanca. But I know it is super famous, iconic. It won Best Picture. Very important movie.
The coming of the Second World War, many eyes turned hopefully toward the freedom of the Americas. A tortuous, roundabout refugee trail.
This is cool. You know I love a diorama.
Across the Mediterranean, the rim of Africa, to Casablanca. At one might obtain exit visas, but the others wait in Casablanca. Wait.
And wait.
And wait.
2 German couriers murdered on train from Oran. Round up all suspicious characters and search them for stolen documents.
I didn't know there'd be a murder right out of the gate. I love the music in old movies.
I have to ask you to come along.
Wait, it's possible that, yes.
He's a murderer.
These papers expired 3 weeks ago. You have to come along.
So we can break for it. Free France.
What's going on there?
I don't know, my dear.
I don't know.
2 German couriers were found murdered. Some of them have been waiting years for a visa.
Look at this mustache.
This place is full of vultures.
Amusing little fellow, huh?
They don't seem too bothered.
I left my wallet.
He pickpocketed him.
Perhaps tomorrow we'll be on the plane.
Of course.
An occupied France welcomes you to Casablanca.
Captain Tonelli, the Italian surface.
You may find the climate of Casablanca a trifle warm. Oh, we Germans must get used to all.
For we will be occupying all of them.
The murder of the couriers, what has been done?
You know already who the murderer is.
Tonight he'll be at Rick's. Everybody comes to Rick's.
Café Americain.
You.
Oh.
It had to be you. Had to be you.
Had to be you. I like this guy.
I'll never get out of here.
There are diamonds everywhere. 2,400.
2,400 in 1942? How much is that?
It leaves at 1 tomorrow night and brings 15,000 francs in cash.
Oh, it's francs. True. There's all kinds of shady business going on at Rick's, huh? Should I be wearing my bow tie?
Will you ask Rick if he'll have a drink with us?
Perhaps if you told him I ran the second largest banking house.
Ah.
That wouldn't impress Rick.
Monsieur.
Okay, Rick. When do we get to see Humphrey Bogart? Is that him?
I'm sorry, sir. This is private.
Do you know who I am?
I do. You're lucky the bar's open to you.
I shall report it to the Angry.
I'd like to leave a room like that just once. This is outrageous.
When you first came to Casablanca, I thought...
You thought what?
He runs the show. And nothing impresses him.
Think of all those poor refugees if I didn't help them. I provide them with exit visas.
Is he a trafficker?
For a price. I don't mind
Kind
a
of.
parasite. I object to a cut rate one.
I'm leaving, finally, this Casablanca. You know what this is?
Funny?
Letters of transit, signed by General Vegon. Tonight I'll be selling those for more money than even I have ever dreamed of. Will you keep these for me, please?
I don't want them here overnight.
Thank you. I knew I could trust you.
I don't know about this guy.
Those 2 German couriers were carrying letters of transit.
Ah.
Poor devils.
I am a little more impressed with you.
Well, I can't dance with this bow tie on.
Just knock on wood. Who's unlucky? But your luck will change. Knock on wood.
This is such a party song. That was a good one. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Hello, Ferrari.
Ferrari?
It's not for sale.
What do you want for Sam?
I don't buy or sell human beings.
Good.
Work with me through the black market.
Shady.
Ferrari wants you to work for him at the Blue Parrot.
Oh, I like it fine, yeah.
Sorry.
He loves his work. And he knows that Rick's a good dude, I think.
I love you.
Oh, shut up.
For you, I shut up.
When do we see Ingrid Bergman?
Some Germans, boom, 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 gave his check. It's not right?
Will I see you tonight?
I never make plans that far ahead.
He's aloof.
Rick, I'm sick and tired of
Have
getting
to
you.
call a cab.
Yes, boss.
You're going home. You've had a little too much to drink.
Sasha's Drunk white girl.
What a fool I was to fall for a man like you.
Go with her, Sasha, and be sure she gets home.
Now I shall pay a call on Ivan. Maybe get on the rebound. If he gets a word in, it'll be a major Italian victory. From plane to Lisbon. You would like to be on it. I've often speculated on why you don't return to America.
Yeah, why doesn't he?
I like to think that you killed a man. It's the romantic in me.
He's got a past.
And what in heaven's name brought you to Casablanca?
For the waters.
Yeah, right.
We're in the desert.
You come to Casablanca because you have secrets.
A gentleman inside has won 20,000 francs.
I'll get it from the safe.
I'm so upset, monsieur.
No one's ever supposed to win. The house always wins.
We're going to make an arrest in your cafe. A murderer, no less.
Courier?
You cannot possibly escape.
I stick my neck out for nobody.
Rick, we'd have an important guest here tonight. Major Strasser. A little demonstration of the efficiency of my administration.
What's Strasser doing here?
That's a good question.
Shall not happen again.
Lou, you got something on your mind. Why don't you spill it?
Yeah, spill it. Spill the tea.
There are many exit visas sold in this cafe, but we know that you've never sold one. The reason we permit you to remain open. There is a man arrived in Casablanca. He will offer a fortune to anyone who'll furnish him with an exit visa. Victor Laszlo.
He knows him.
Laszlo must never reach America.
Escaped from a concentration camp.
This is the end of the chase.
20,000 francs. Says it isn't.
Make it 10. I'm only a poor, corrupt official. He still needs an exit visa. Or I should say 2. He is traveling with a lady. He certainly won't leave her in Casablanca.
She must be lovely.
Louis, whatever gave you the impression that I might be interested in helping Laszlo?
You're at heart a sentimentalist. I happen to be familiar with your record.
I thought they were smuggling people, but is he helping Jewish people get out?
You ran guns to Ethiopia.
And got well paid.
The winning side would have paid you much better. In Casablanca, I am master of my fate. Excuse me.
I must report immediately.
See that Major Strasser gets a good table, one close to the lady.
He's German and will take it anyway.
At this time.
Champagne and a tin of caviar.
Champagne.
Veuve Clicquot, 26, a good French wine.
Veuve Clicquot. Mwah. Love the Veuve.
In a few minutes, you'll see the arrest of the man who murdered your couriers.
Will you please come with us?
They're gonna run. Ballsy.
Do something. You must help me, Rick.
I'd stick my neck out for nobody.
I was just thinking he doesn't really stick his neck out for anybody.
Rick, this is Major Heinrich Strasser.
Please join us, Mr. Rick. What is your nationality?
What is that, caviar?
I'm a drunkard.
A drunkard.
That makes Rick a citizen of the world.
You came here from Paris at the time of the occupation. Are you one of those people who cannot imagine the Germans and their beloved Paris?
Can you imagine us in London?
How about New York?
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Rick is completely neutral about everything.
Yeah, it seems to be.
We have a complete dossier on you.
I'm sure they do.
He cannot return to his country. Don't worry, we are not going to broadcast it. An enemy of the Reich has come. We are checking up on anybody. Well, my interest is purely a sporting one.
Yeah, he's just betting on it, right?
Laszlo published the foulest lies. 3 times he slipped through our fingers. We intend not to let it happen again.
He sounds like a slippery fellow.
You see, Major, you have nothing to worry about.
I'm not sure.
Victor Laszlo.
Yes, Monsieur Laszlo.
Here's our man. Are they going to see him right there?
You look like a couple who are on their way to America. You'll find a market there for this ring. Burger, Norwegian, and at your service.
No, I don't think we want to buy the ring, but thank you for showing it to us.
Is he just going to arrest him right here?
I am Captain Renault, Prefect of Police. May I present Miss Ilzerant?
Ilsa.
I was informed you were the most beautiful woman. That was a gross understatement.
He flatters, though she is very beautiful.
A bottle of your best champagne and put it on my bill.
Very well, sir.
It's the Veuve.
They put it on the bill, I tear up the bill.
The boy who's playing the piano. Somewhere I've seen him.
He came from Paris with Rick.
I thought the piano guy looked like he recognized her.
And Rick is, well, if I were a woman and I were not around, I should be in love with Rick. May I present Major Heinrich Strasser?
How do you do? I should like to discuss some matters arising tomorrow at 10 in the prefect's office.
Very cordial.
Mademoiselle, a very clever tactical retreat.
Victor, I'm afraid for you.
Me too. Ooh.
I must find out what Berger knows.
I feel like this guy's gonna get shot.
Champagne cocktail, please.
Champagne all over this joint.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Ugarte.
Ugarte cannot even help himself.
Yeah.
He was arrested here tonight. But we who are still free will do all we can.
Excuse me, Jan. My bill.
No, 2 champagne cocktails.
No, we're drinking.
I never expect to see you again.
They know each other.
Some of the old songs, Sam. Where is Rick?
He's got a girl up to the Blue Parrot.
She's drunk
He
tonight.
used to be a much better liar.
You bad luck, Ton.
Play it once, Sam.
Oh, I can't remember it myself.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You must remember this.
Kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. Beautiful. Now, someone in the comments did spoil for me that she broke Rick's heart, I'm pretty sure.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
Whew.
Oh, you've already met Rick, mademoiselle.
How'd you do?
Oh, this music.
Won't you join us for a drink?
Oh, no, Rick. Never.
Thanks, I will.
He's not there for you, man.
Let's see, the last time we met.
It was La Belle Aurore.
But of course, that was the day the Germans marched into Paris.
The Germans wore gray. You wore blue.
I don't wish to be the one to say it, but it's late.
It would never do for the chief of police to be found drinking after hours.
That's true.
Good night.
Night.
Yeah, she definitely broke his heart, I think. Alright, what happens after hours at the Cafe Americain?
Boss, ain't you going to bed? You ever going to bed?
No.
I'll play something.
I know she's coming back.
We'll get drunk. I'm staying right here.
It's got his back. He's a good friend.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
I've heard that line before.
You know what I want to hear?
Yes, boss.
Man, he's just like drowning in sorrow. Alright, we're flashing back. We're gonna see how she broke his heart. Why did you do it, Ilsa? Champagne! So much champagne in this movie. Wow, I didn't know. I really should have had a bottle of champagne for this movie.
Who are you, really?
We said no questions.
Here's looking at you, kid.
I've heard that too.
Frank, for your thoughts.
Why I'm so lucky, why I should find you.
Why there is no other man in my life. He's dead.
Oh, was she already married?
I forgot we said no questions.
Only one answer can take care of all our questions.
To make out. I mean, love. Here we go. I mean, this movie was made while the war was still going on, right? That's crazy.
Richard, they'll find out your record. It won't be safe for you here.
His record. Did he murder someone in America? I like that Rick brought Sam with him. More champagne.
This sort of takes the sting out of being occupied.
Here's looking at you, kid.
He's looking at you, kid.
They say they expect to be in Paris tomorrow.
I would flee. Shouldn't he if he has a record?
With the whole world crumbling, we picked this time to fall in love.
Where were you, say, 10 years ago?
Was she like 12?
Yes, I was having a brace put on my teeth.
Get out of there.
I'm getting closer every minute.
I mean, to where? I don't know.
The Germans will be here pretty soon now. There's a price on your head.
There's a price on his head?
You are in danger and you must leave Paris.
No. We must leave. The train for Marseille leaves at 5 o'clock.
I'll meet you at the station.
But they don't go together.
When do we get married in Marseille?
That's too far ahead to plan.
Why is she so upset? She's not gonna go. Hey. Why is she crying?
If something should keep us apart, I want you to know that.
I mean, they're in love. Why doesn't she go with him? Does she have family she has to stay for or something?
Kiss me as if it were the last time.
This note came just after you left.
Yeah, what does the note say? Why doesn't she go with him? I cannot go with you or ever see you again. You must not ask why. Just believe that I love you, my darling, and God bless you. What? She can't say why?
Come on, Miss Richard.
That's garbage. She better have a good reason. It better be like they were holding her kid sister hostage and she couldn't go. That's it. That's the only reason. That sucks. Yeah, he's messed up about it. She better tell him why. She did come. I am surprised. Hey, why didn't you go onto the train?
Why did you have to come to Casablanca? There are other places.
Well, I didn't know.
Funny about your voice, how it hasn't changed. Richard, dear, I'll go with you any place.
Kiss me as if it were the last time.
How long was it we had, honey? The wow finish, a guy standing on a station platform.
Where was she?
Can I tell you a story, Rick?
Better be the explanation.
Go on, tell it.
Let's hear it.
It's about a girl. She met a man about whom she had heard her whole life.
Yes, it's very pretty.
But what happened? What happened?
Who was it you left me for? Aren't you the kind that tell?
I don't really blame him for being so mad. I mean, I thought he was quite civil there. I'm sure she has a good reason.
There's nothing we can do.
I feel like Laszlo's gonna get killed and then they're gonna reunite, right?
It is my duty to see that you stay in Casablanca.
Well, perhaps I shall like it in Casablanca.
Or you may leave for Lisbon tomorrow, on one condition. You know the leader of the underground movement in Paris, in Belgrade, in
You want him to talk?
Even Berlin.
If you will furnish me with their names, you will have your visa in the morning.
Blackmail.
If I didn't give them to you in a concentration camp,
Yeah.
I certainly won't give them to you now. What if you murdered all of us? Thousands would rise to take our places.
No one could take your place in the event anything unfortunate should occur to you.
You won't dare to interfere with me here.
Why wouldn't they?
Any violation of neutrality would reflect on Captain Renault.
Last night you evinced an interest in Signor Ugarte. I believe you have a message for him.
Is he dead?
Signor Ugarte is dead.
You haven't quite decided whether he committed suicide or died trying to escape.
Man, all these little games of power.
Another visa problem has come up.
Show her in.
Yes.
Is this how women get signatures? They sleep with him so they can leave?
There's something I want to talk over with you. News about Ugarte upsets me.
You don't feel any sorrier for Ugarte than I do.
Of course not.
Of course not.
No one knows where those letters of transit. I can lay my hands on those letters, I can make a fortune. I'll handle the entire transaction. Get rid of the letters, take all the risk. That's the proposition I have for whoever has those letters. I think you know where those letters are.
Yeah, obviously.
Take me into your confidence. You need a partner.
Not this guy.
Senor Ferrari's the fat gent at the table.
Only 700 francs.
You're being cheated.
For friends of Rick's, we have a small discount.
I'm sorry I was in no condition to receive you when you called on me last night.
100 francs.
He's just negotiating with himself.
Why did you come back? To tell me why you ran out on me?
Yes.
Yes, why?
Well, you can tell me now. I'm reasonably sober.
Reasonably. Pretty much.
Last night I saw what has happened to you. We knew very little about each other when we were in love. If we leave it that way, maybe we'll remember those days.
Just tell us why. She must have had a good reason. I hope we find out.
Someday you'll lie to Laszlo. You'll be there.
No, you see, Victor Laszlo is my husband. Even when I knew you in Paris.
She was married? I see.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to help him. You, however, are a different matter.
Ferrari thinks it might just be possible to get the next visa for you. I'll stay
She
here and
won't
keep
go.
on trying.
We are only interested in 2 visas, senor.
She won't
You
go.
two will want to discuss this.
You must get to America.
But Victor, if the situation were different, would you take it?
No, he would not.
I love you very much, Elsa.
Your secret will be safe with me.
For present, we'll go on looking for 2 exit visas.
I move to make one more suggestion. Have you heard about Signor Ugarte and the letters of transit?
Ah, find the letters.
You know where they are?
I'll venture to guess that Ugarte left those letters with Monsieur Rick. One never knows what he'll do or why.
Is she gonna like seduce him? Might be their only chance. I mean, I like Laszlo. I think they seem like they're in love. I don't know if I'm supposed to be rooting for Rick here, but
I beseech you, this is a dangerous place full of vultures.
picked his pocket.
I'm sorry.
He knows.
Well, drinking. I'm very pleased with you. I told Strasser you wouldn't find the letters here, but I told my men to be especially destructive.
Wonder where he hid them. They're probably just on him.
Have you got those letters of transit?
Louis, are you pro-Vichy or free French?
The subject is closed.
But the answer is yes.
No. What did you say?
What I said is none of your business.
Oh, I knew someone was getting slapped.
Either lay off politics or get out.
The situation is not as much under control as you believe.
We cannot regulate the feelings of our people.
I'm entirely certain which side you're on.
Which side?
I blow with the wind.
I blow with the wind.
We know that every French province in Africa is waiting perhaps for a leader.
Like Laszlo?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna kill him. I think they're gonna kill him.
To celebrate our leaving for America tomorrow.
So I brought the good brandy.
To America.
USA. USA.
What watch? 10 watch. Such much?
You will get along beautifully in America.
We'll see. Who's this?
How'd you get in here? You're underage.
I came with Captain Renault. My husband is with me, too.
Are they trying to
What
sneak out?
kind of a man is Captain Renault? Is he trustworthy?
Where's your husband?
Trying to win enough for our exit visas. We come from Bulgaria.
So you decided to go to America?
Yes.
Does she want money, or is she trying to, or is she asking if she should sleep with Renault?
And then Captain Renault sees us. He tells me he can give us an exit visa, but we have no money.
And if he'll come through with it.
Will he keep his word?
He always has.
If someone loved you,
She doesn't want to tell her husband.
and she did a bad thing, and the girl kept this bad thing locked in her heart.
This poor girl.
You want my advice? Go back to Bulgaria.
Oh, but if you knew what it means to us.
She just wants her family to be safe and just to sleep with this guy.
Well, everybody in Casablanca has problems. Yours may work out, you'll excuse me.
This is just a terrible time to be around anywhere in Europe. Elsa's fashions are killing it.
Have Sam play as time goes by.
I wonder if we're ever going to find out what happened, why she didn't get on the train.
Do you wish to place another bet?
No, I guess not.
22.
Is this the guy with the wife?
Messieurs, les jeux sont faits.
He's trying to give him money so the girl doesn't have to sleep with him.
Leave it there.
Rick is a good guy.
22.
Cash it in and don't come back.
Now scram.
Sir Rick.
Be cool. Girl, be cool.
Just a lucky guy.
Now scram.
Captain Renault.
He's gonna be
Come
mad
to my
though.
office in the morning. We'll do everything. Still, it's very strange that you won. Well, maybe not so strange.
Yeah, he saw the whole thing. Is he gonna be pissed?
Why do you interfere with my little romances?
It's not romance, dude.
Monsieur Blaine, I wonder if I could talk to you. It's my privilege to be one of the leaders of a great movement.
I'm a saloon keeper.
Are you enough of a businessman to appreciate an offer of 100,000 francs?
Make it 1,000,000 francs or 3. My answer would still be the same. Ask your wife.
My wife?
I wasn't expecting that. He's not gonna give them the papers? Is Elsa gonna tell him the truth?
Play La Marseillaise. Play it.
Uh-oh. Battle of the bands. Da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Vive la France. They will not be occupied. This is dangerous for Laszlo.
I advise that this place be shut up at once.
They're gonna kill him.
But I've no excuse to close it.
Find one.
Everybody's to leave. This cafe is closed until further notice.
How can he close me up? On what ground?
Gambling is going on in here.
All of a sudden.
You're winning, sir.
Oh,
Jesus.
It is not safe for Laszlo to stay in Casablanca. Return to occupied France.
Occupied France?
Under safe conduct from me.
As a
There are
prisoner.
only 2 other alternatives for him.
Don't say death.
French authorities will find a reason to put him in the concentration camp here.
And the other alternative?
In Casablanca, human life is cheap.
He's gonna get killed. I know it. Come on, Rick, give them the papers, get them out of there. He has to know they're in danger. I know he's mad at her, but doesn't he care about her? He doesn't want her to die, right?
Victor, please don't go to the underground meeting tonight.
I must.
He's gonna get killed.
Shall I remain here in our hotel room hiding?
Victor, why don't you tell me about Rick?
He has the letters, but no intention of selling them.
Did he give you any reason?
He suggested I ask you.
Is she gonna tell the truth? He didn't even ask her. He didn't even say explain.
When I was in a concentration camp, were you lonely in Paris?
Oh, I see.
Yes, Victor, I was.
Is there anything you wish to tell me?
I think she can tell him and he'd understand.
No, Victor, there isn't.
I love you very much, Maddie.
Will you believe that
You don't even have to say it.
I hope he doesn't get killed.
Be careful.
Of course I'll be careful.
He's definitely gonna get murdered, I think. She should like make a noise and distract that guy that's following him. Is she gonna go to Rick now and try and get the papers?
In the meantime, everybody stays on salary.
He's very generous.
Then I am going to the meeting
Now,
of...
don't tell me where you're going.
He's neutral. Did you climb up the balcony?
Your unexpected visit isn't connected by any chance with the letters of transit.
You can ask any price you want, but you must give me those letters.
I'm the only cause I'm interested in.
Is he really not gonna give them the papers?
We loved each other once. If you knew what really happened, if you
Tell
only
him.
knew the truth.
You'd say anything now to get what you want.
That's probably true.
One woman has hurt you and you take your revenge on the rest of the world.
Tell him what happened.
No. If you don't help us, Victor Laszlo will die in Casablanca.
I think that's right. Come on, Rick.
Now, if you...
All right.
Oh.
I tried everything. Now I want those letters.
No.
Put them on the table.
I believe she would shoot him.
Go ahead and shoot. You'll be doing me a favor.
She's not a murderer.
I tried to stay away. I thought I would never see you again. If you knew what I went through.
What? Tell him. Tell us.
You knew how much I still love you. It wasn't long after we were married that Victor went back to Czechoslovakia. Victor Laszlo apprehended, sent to concentration camp. He was dead, shot, trying to escape.
So she thought he was dead. She wasn't like having an affair. She thought he was dead.
Why did you keep your marriage a secret?
Victor wanted it that way.
For safety?
That was his way of protecting me.
When did you first find out he was alive?
Just before you and I were to leave Paris together.
Oh, is that why she didn't get on the train?
He needed me. I knew you wouldn't have left Paris and the Gestapo would have caught you.
I see. See, that's a good reason. He probably would have understood, but she couldn't tell because of safety. I get it.
What about now?
Now they need the papers.
I know that I'll never have the strength to leave you again.
And Laszlo?
You'll see that he gets out, and then he'll have his work.
But she's gonna stay with him?
I ran away from you once. I can't do it again. You have to think for both of us. For all of us.
He's looking at you, kid.
He's looking at you, kid.
I wish I didn't love you so much.
All right, well, at least get Laszlo out. I'm afraid he's getting murdered.
I'm afraid he caught some of the others. Come inside.
This is like not a good time to have a meeting.
Carl, what happened?
We escaped in the last moment.
Didn't get murdered.
I want you to turn out the light in the rear entrances.
Yes, I've come. I will do it.
Da-da-da.
I want you to take Miss Lund home.
It's nothing, just a little cut.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't really want him to know that his wife's upstairs.
Had a close one, eh?
Yes, rather.
I really thought he was getting murdered.
If we stop fighting our enemies, the world will die.
What of it?
Each of us has a destiny, for good or for evil. I wonder if you know that you're trying to escape from yourself.
You seem to know all about my destiny.
I feel like Laszlo is very wise.
I know, for instance, that you're in love with a woman. The same woman. You won't give me the letters of transit. But I want my wife to be safe. Use the letters to take her away from Casablanca.
You love her that much?
See, he's a good dude.
Yes, I love her that much.
Are they gonna take him?
You'll come with us. We have a warrant for your arrest.
It seems that destiny has taken a hand. You haven't any actual proof, and you know it.
Ricky, I'd advise you not to be too interested in what happens to Laszlo. You bet 10,000 francs he'd escape.
Actually, that's true. I forgot about that.
Two, you got the letters of transit. Now, don't bother to deny it.
Yes, I have the letters. I'm leaving Casablanca on tonight's plane.
With
I'm
Ilse?
taking a friend with me, one you'll appreciate, Ilse Lund.
Why are you still interested in what happens to Laszlo?
That's a good question.
Ilse's Laszlo's wife. Get something really big, something that would chuck
What
him
is
in a
he doing?
concentration camp.
Is this a plan? Is he actually trying to help him?
Germany, Vichy would be very grateful.
Then release him. I'll arrange to have Laszlo pick up the letters of transit, and that'll give you the criminal grounds.
But you were never interested in any woman.
He isn't just any woman.
I do believe she's the love of his life.
So you're the only one in Casablanca who has even less scruples than I.
What about
Oh,
Sam?
by the way, call off your watchdogs.
I don't think he's just gonna let Laszlo get arrested, right? That's not good.
To get out of Casablanca.
My agreement with Sam has always been that he gets 25% of the profit. Carl and Sasha, they stay with the place if I don't sell.
Of course they stay.
I hope he's a good boss.
Is everything ready?
Have the letters right here.
Where were they?
Sam's piano.
Sam's piano.
You better wait in my office.
Is he really gonna let him get arrested? No. It's not the right thing to do.
Victor thinks I'm leaving with him. Haven't you told him?
Please trust me.
Yes, I will.
I throw up the money, Monsieur Blaine.
Keep it. You'll need it in America. I've got the letters right here, all made out in blank.
Victor Laszlo, you're under arrest on a charge of accessory to the murder of the couriers from whom these letters were stolen.
Not so fast, Louis.
Okay, good.
This gun is pointed right at your heart.
That is my least vulnerable spot.
Okay, good. I'm so glad he didn't let Laszlo get arrested.
Is that the airport? Huh? There were 2 letters of transit for the Lisbon plane. Good. Hello?
I mean, I know he's a good guy. I didn't think he was gonna, but...
Have a squad of police meet me at the airport at once.
Showdown at the airport. Bum, bum. Maybe they can all get out.
This way, please.
And the names are Mr. and Mrs. Victor Laszlo.
I don't understand. What about you?
I'm staying here.
He's gonna send them? Good. That's the right thing to do.
You said I was to do the thinking for both of us.
He does love her. That's the right thing to do.
You have any idea what you'd have to look forward to if you stayed here?
Mm-hmm.
Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor.
I agree.
If that plane leaves, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
I've heard that too.
We'll always have Paris.
I've heard that too.
Where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be any part of. The problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world.
I've heard all of this. Like, just people say this stuff.
He's looking at you, kid.
This is iconic. I'm so glad he did the right thing.
There's something you should know before you leave. She was at my place last night. She came there for the letters of transit. Did her best to convince me that she was still in love with me.
I understand.
Here it is.
This time I know our side will win.
They better go.
Are you ready, Ilsa?
Bye, Rick. God bless you.
I'm so glad he helped them. Poor Rick.
Well, I was right. You are a sentimentalist.
He is.
But you knew you were lying.
Thanks for helping me out.
This isn't going to be very pleasant for either of us.
Is he just faking? I mean, they're friends.
Victor Laszlo is on that plane.
Get away from that phone. Get me the radio tower. Put it down.
I mean, I feel like he's definitely gonna get arrested.
Major Strasser has been shot. Round up the usual suspects.
He's not gonna blame it on him.
What do you?
Okay. Thanks, pal.
You're not only a sentimentalist, but you've become a patriot.
Good.
Might be a good idea for you to disappear from Casablanca. There's a free French garrison over at Brazzaville.
Good, good, good.
It doesn't make any difference about our bet. You still owe me.
Should pay our expenses.
Oh, he did get him out, didn't he?
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
They're going together. Yeah. Okay guys, that was Casablanca. That was a good one. I liked it. And you know, I wouldn't call it a romance though, and I know a couple of you guys told me that. There's some romance in it, but it's definitely not like a romancy movie. I would call it a bittersweet ending. In the end, it was about loving someone so much that you sacrifice your own happiness so that they can be safe and happy. So I get that, and that's definitely a love that is deep and profound and all of that. I mean, it wasn't anywhere near like a rom-com or anything like that. Definitely a serious movie. It's crazy to think about a time period like that, 1942, where the war, that's right in the middle of World War II. It's such a moment in time, and then a movie like this embodies that moment in time with such a desperate time, and a movie like this really just kind of puts you in that place and what that would mean for people in love. Your whole life changes and you have to escape and there's danger, and it's just stuff that is just crazy. The romance is definitely mixed in with the war here. It's all kind of jumbled together and it totally affects it. I mean, if this movie was made 10 years later or 10 years earlier, they would have just been in love. I mean, I guess she never would have had Laszlo taken, and she probably still would have been with Laszlo, and that was it. The events in this can only happen because of the fact that they're living through this war. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the music. At the end there, we kind of ended it on a friendship note. This movie is just like old Hollywood, the best of old Hollywood, really. I'm not surprised it won Best Picture. I thought Rick was really good, and I also liked Laszlo a lot too. Not that Ingrid Bergman wasn't great, but I do think that the two dudes really stood out to me just as kind of more complicated characters, especially Rick. So he's a complicated character, and I just wasn't sure. I mean, I wanted to believe he was gonna do the right thing, but all the way along he was so much like, I'm neutral, I stay out of it, and you're not really sure. He is pretty angry at Elsa, but you think, you know, if he really does love her, he has to let her go. Yeah, he did the right thing in the end. They got away. I'm happy with that ending, even though it is bittersweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.